our silver medalist at the World Championships last year, ahead of Trusov. Maliar and Trusov, well, see how they go against each other, but don't count out the experienced campaigner Yevgeny Borodayko. We talked about the medals that Teresa Perales had won over the years. Well, Borodayko, 33 European medals he has won, and he's only 27. Yevgeny Borodayko, it seems like he's been around forever, the Ukrainian. Well, there's Andrei Trusov in lane 5. All the swimmers, well, a number of the swimmers being held at the start. Of course, some of the classifications are allowed for their coaches to give them assistance at the start, just to keep them steady. A number of the swimmers in this SM7 event taking advantage of that.
A number of these athletes have difficulties with their balance, so in order to get into the right position, obviously they can be held on the block, they obviously can't be pushed in, that would give them advantage, but just to steady them to ensure that they get the best start possible. And you can see a range of techniques, and it is Andrei Trusov leading the way in this butterfly leg, and he's 0.75 seconds ahead of the experienced Borodayko up there in lane 3. A great backstroker. 200 metre individual medley has the opportunity to change hands so many times, because you do really need 4 good strokes in order to give yourself the best chance. And there we can see Trusov and Borodayko going well, but Mark Maliar's got a very strong second half of the race. It's a world record holder in the 400 metre freestyle, so we know he can finish strongly. And now we see Mark Maliar starting to catch up and come through. There's not a lot in it. Borodayko looks like he'll get the touch at the halfway point. He does, 1:12.32 ahead of Mark Maliar, who's 0.47 behind him, and then Trusov just a further 0.2 back again. So as we look into this breaststroke leg now, we can see there's not a lot in it for those 3 white caps. The 2 Ukrainian athletes with Mark Maliar of Israel sandwiched between them. Borodayko just at the moment with the slightly better breaststroke, looking strong, but Andrei Trusov is almost stuck on that lane rope, which is difficult when you're swimming breaststroke, because then you catch it and you can get really tangled. But we are in for an exciting final 50 metres as we come into this final turn. A great underwater shot there showing the different strokes, and it is Borodayko holding on to that lead at the moment. Trusov and Maliar now will try to charge, but Borodayko had a brilliant push off that wall.
Yeah, Borodayko, well, he is the reigning world record holder, he's a reigning Paralympic champion, and he is holding off the challenge by Mark Maliar, but Maliar coming back, Trusov coming back as well. Can Borodayko hold on here for another European title? He's just about got the edge here as they come under the flags into the red zone now. Borodayko is holding on. Is he going to get it? He does. Yevgeny Borodayko takes another European title. What a swim that was. Real guts there in the closing stages for the world record holder. Mark Maliar pressed him all the way, but it's silver for the Israeli, and Andrei Trusov was not far behind. But Borodayko, well, showing his class in the closing stages there, and he takes another European title, another European medal for Borodayko.
Yeah, it was great doing that. You see Mark Maliar catching his breath. And the thing, like we said, with the individual medley is you've really got to hold your nerve. You've got to have nerves of steel, and you've got to trust your own process, because different people's strengths come through at various points. But Borodayko, actually, that first half of that last 50 metres really gave himself that chance. That's where he won the race, because he will have been expecting Mark Maliar and Andrei Trusov to chase him down, which they did. But he'd done enough. His experience told in the end, and he'll be over the moon with that race. Another athlete who doesn't always show that much emotion. Well, and he has a busy programme, as we know, from all those medals that he's won. But what a great start to what I'm sure is going to be another busy meet for Yevgeny Borodayko of the Ukraine.
There's that final turn. He really got the advantage over the other two with that push off the wall there. Mark Maliar and Andrei Trusov were always playing catch-up on that final 50, and Borodaiko had just about enough to hold them off. Evgeny Borodaiko, he takes the European title again for Ukraine. Mark Maliar from Israel